Everybody's trying to get back in. Okay. 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 Just a minute. I'm gonna get Bob back in.
Tell me when we're
back
live.
in. All right.
Are we live?
So to the public, I want to apologize. We're having some technical difficulties. We think maybe it's because of Rogers and what's going on. We rebooted and it looks like it's working now. So my apologies. So Dean, are you on?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So thank you again, Bob. And Dean, if we can have your report.
Did you want to do your fire meeting? Sorry, Madam Mayor.
Oh, yes, I apologize. Okay, we need to do the fire meeting. Sorry, Dean, just a sec. Stanley, did you, okay, Bob, did you want to have it sooner or later?
I guess there's no real priority to it, whatever suits the calendars, because you can't do what we're looking at until we, have access to the new building.
Okay, well then I think maybe we should have a meeting.
Okay, I'm back.
Good. Thank you, Chris, for all your help. Okay, let's go to the 5th of May. Are you guys okay on the 5th of May, whoever's on the fire committee?
No, I'm away that week.
Okay?
So it's Stanley, Brian, and Carl.
The 10th of May?
10th of May is on a Monday. Yeah, I'm good, May 10th.
Okay. Okay, can we, okay, who's on there? Brian, are you able to do it during the day?
After 9.
After 9, okay. So what if we go 10 o'clock on the 10th of May?
Okay,
Are you
the
guys
council,
good? No, just the
not
fire.
being changed. May 10 o'clock in the chambers.
Yes. 10th of May, 10 o'clock in the chambers. Carl, Stanley, Brian, and I. Okay? Thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you, take care.
Okay, sorry, Dean.
That's okay.
Before we start being a little off topic, but I seen a picture of you and it looked good. Anyways,
Where was that? Should I ask?
you can only guess. Councillor Brown was very kind to share it with me. Anyways, go ahead with your report, please.
Birthday suit.
Go ahead, Dean.
Okay, so we're continuing with road maintenance, coal patching, grading, brushing, and equipment maintenance. We're washing the equipment there with our water truck to get all the salt off it from the winter. We have started street sweeping first week of April, which is probably a month ahead of schedule usually, so we're ahead of the game there. Our 2500 series truck came in, and today it's in Pembroke or Petawawa. We're getting the box Line-X there just so it's not getting abused by, the coal patch and, the other stuff we throw into the back of it. We had opened the tenders for the A-gravel on April 16th. I don't know if council wants me to read all the results and then we could pass a resolution or just do the resolution. It's up to council.
You should probably publicly, they could give them the amount. I know council like to keep track. If you don't mind, please.
Okay, sure. So RG2 Cluche, this is all with tax included. RG2 Cluche is $109,983.35. GP Splinter was $97,351.76. Greenwood Paving was $184,887.89. H&H Construction was $115,092.31. And BEI was $87,113.73. And again, that's all tax included.
Does anybody need any of those repeated?
The,
Okay, BEI,
what do you say?
87,
Sorry, Dean. Go ahead.
$87,113.73.
Everybody got all of that?
What about Greenwood?
Greenwood, could you repeat it, please?
108.
$184,887.89.
Okay. So you have all the bids, council, and we do have a motion. So Dean, if you just, wait a sec, Sue, could you read the motion, please?
Moved by Carl Gale, seconded by Ted Brown. Motion to accept the low tender from Bonnechere Excavating Inc. for crushed gravel granular A tender KHR 01-2021 in the amount of $87,113.73, including taxes.
Any comments? All those in favor? It's carried. Thank you, Dean, that's a go. Go ahead with your report, please.
Okay, that's it for the roads. Just waste management. We gotten 2 loads of compost delivered to Mask Roadside for the taxpayers to use in their gardens, etc. And within a couple of weeks, majority of it is gone. I called there to see if we could get any more, and they are sold out at this time. They intend to screen some more within the first 2 weeks, maybe third week in May. So I'll touch base with them again when that comes around to see if we can get a bit more. And other than that, just our waste site attendants continue to pick up debris at both the Round Lake and Mask Road sites. And that's it for my report.
Thank you. Are there any questions of Dean before we go to the bills? Okay, Carl?
You know along the creek there across from the post office? Somebody approached me the other day and said there was holes along the wall there that are sort of caving in. You know what I'm talking about, eh?
Which side, Carl, at the post office there is?
Bicycle shop side towards the drugstore.
There's bolts or something you said? You were kind of cutting out.
Sort of caving in along the cement wall.
Did you
Oh,
get
okay,
that?
yeah. Yeah, I heard that, yeah. No, I haven't noticed it, Carl. I can take a look at it tomorrow.
Druggist contacted me and said he was fixing his side of it. And the property that he wanted to buy years ago, which we didn't do, he says it's doing the same thing up there. If you could have a look at it, please?
Absolutely, Carl, for sure.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Dean. Anyone else have anything for our road super? Okay, then, Mr.
I, Ted Brown, declare pecuniary financial interest for road and general voucher 03-2021.
Okay, duly noted. So council, could you have a look, please, at the bills? Are there any comments or questions on any of the bills? Anybody?
Carl had a question.
Carl, sorry, go ahead.
Public sector
It's
digest.
your asset management.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
thank
there you
you.
go. You got it? Yeah.
All right.
Any, Brian?
Yeah, 22632, Jason,
632,
Jason's Auto Repair.
2500. Dean?
Is that still regarding that half ton we had in there?
Oh, God, I hope not.
That's what I wondered. Which number, Brian, sorry?
26,332.
22632.
Jason's,
Dean, that's Jason's Auto Repair in the amount of 2,500.
Yep.
you know what that
That's,
is?
yes, I do. That's for our 09 Chev half ton. It had a lifter problem, so we had to take it there to get it repaired. And that's a Jason's Auto Repair.
Okay, yeah, I just wondered if we were still getting bills for the old one.
That happen's worth about $100,000.
The one that don't run right. Yeah, exactly.
Any further questions? Okay, Brian?
One more, 22666.
666.
I don't know.
Doesn't sound good.
Online.
Oh, that's for our tents. for the,
Okay.
We covered
I
it
didn't know
under-
what it was, I mean.
yeah, Woodland Line Court, yeah.
And that's covered under the COVID money?
Yeah, perfect, good, thank you.
Anybody else have any questions on the bills? Okay,
Just-
oh, sorry, go ahead, Dean.
Sorry to interrupt there. Just to let you know about that 09 Chev, that's what the 2500 series truck that we purchased, that will replace that 09 Chev. So just to let you know on that.
Okay, good.
So,
Okay, Carl?
what are we doing with the 09? Are we putting it up for sale or?
I would say so because we have a blade for it too. So we could put it up for surplus, Carl.
Okay. So that's the one that costs $2,500?
Correct.
It should be worth about $15,000 then.
I said 100,000. For the agony.
Just kidding, Dean.
Yeah, I
Okay. Any further comments or questions of Dean on the bills? Okay, motion.
Moved by John Jeffrey, seconded by Brian Pikowski, motion to approve road and general voucher number 03, 2021 in the amount of $1,123,092.59.
All those in favor? Carried. Come on back, Ted. Anything else, Dean, for council?
What about severances?
Yeah, I wanna talk to you about the severances, but anything before that, Dean?
No, not at this time.
Okay, council, let's look at the severances. We'll look at the two Hartwick ones. See any problems, Dean?
No, I think we had discussed this at a recent council meeting because both severed properties are going to be off of, like access off of Roachford Road.
Okay, and it's visible and all that with driveways and.
Correct.
Any questions of any of you for those two severances? If not, I'd entertain a motion to give our consent. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Moved by Ted Brown, seconded by John Jeffrey, motion to approve severance B82/21 for Franklin Delmer Hartwick.
All those in favor? Carried, thank you. Next one.
Moved by Brian Pikowski, seconded by Ted Brown, motion to approve 73/22 for Franklin Delmer Hartwick.
All those in favor? Carried, thank you. Okay, all right, the next one is for Margaret Bernatsky. Anybody have any concerns? I went through it. They don't seem to have any. It's a right way. Any questions or comments from council on that one? Okay, Dean, any concerns with the Bernatsky one?
No, because it says that they have a right of way already, so I have no concerns.
Okay, good. All right, motion, please.
Moved by Brian Pikowski, seconded by John Jeffrey, motion to approve severance B94/20 for Margaret Bernatsky.
All those in favor? It's carried. Thank you very much. Okay, and the other one just needs, it's a general inquiry. The Sarnosky one. Dean, is there any problems there? Did you see any concerns?
No, actually, I did meet with Mike and Holly there, Eckerd, and they were looking at an entrance, and there is a previous entrance there. So if there's no issues from my part.
Okay, the county seems to have a couple of concerns about, as long as they meet the MDS requirements for the barns.
And they said, excuse me,
Yeah,
I read this and they said, wetlands, as long as they're built far enough away from the.
I didn't see.
I saw it.
Barns, I thought it was the.
I don't have a diagram. There's no diagram to show. Okay.
Well, there's, they mentioned wetlands in here, and there was no.
There's, yeah, barn within 750 meters, I know that there was
And
that.
they're
I've seen
severing-
wetlands here, sorry.
So they're severing it 20 hectares to 20 hectares, right?
So that's-
That's what it looks like.
Okay, well, they have lots of room there.
Right there, yeah, Carl.
Yeah, okay.
There's wetlands
Yeah, the
there.
last bullet, portions of the retained lands are designated environmental protection. No development is pertained on lands designated as EP. Portion at the back of the retained lands is also affected by the provincially significant wetland and the 120 meter buffer.
Okay, so they've given that all,
Yeah.
to Alan, so,
Yeah.
okay, well then, we don't have any concerns, so let's leave it till he comes in. All right, is there anything else for
Okay, did you want to talk
Dean?
about the speeding on Queen Street that we collected on the.
Oh, yes, okay, where's those emails?
There it is.
It's in the package.
Yeah.
Okay, Council, could you pull that up, the complaint?
And then there's also the thank you for Miss Grove too.
Yeah,
Sorry?
The thank you for Miss Grove.
Yes, that's right.
yeah.
So we'll do the thank you. So it was really nice. I want to thank Bonnie for taking the time to thank council and Dean and his staff for what council has decided to do with her road. And it's really nice to see a taxpayer responding back to thank us. So if Bonnie's watching, thank you very much, Bonnie. Okay, let's go then to the, did you get all of the ones? Because they're going back and forth.
Who was the one that said it, sorry?
The left, yeah. Jade,
Sorry?
Jay Blake? Jay
they
Blake?
came from, but you'll see
I
Sue
read it.
Sheridan at the top.
There it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Jay sent me an email complaining about the speed, and it is a county road, so I told him that his questions were for the county. And so I forwarded on, and as you can see, Lee has responded, to my surprise, putting it back on us.
Yes, I read that.
So of course, Jay wants to know what the council is going to do.
Speed bumps.
Well, it was send
Send it up to the OPP.
that we cannot,
We're not prepared to put speed bumps.
we can't speed bumps on the
No.
county
Yeah,
road.
I know.
Well, it says Lee has kindly explained to him that as long as we got permission from them, they would allow us, like they may allow us, but we have to show how we're gonna do it. Personally, I don't think it's our responsibility. I'm sorry that Lee Perkins feels that way, but I disagree with him. And secondly, now Jay did tell me that the OPP, he contacts them and they're refusing to come, I guess, you know.
We don't pay them enough, or what?
I won't answer that. Okay, so, council, we should reply to Mr. Blake. And I have no problem saying that, you know, the council, it's not our responsibility. And that the only thing that we can do and recommend is we will send a letter to the OPP, relaying Mr. Blake's concerns. And that's all that council's prepared to do and can do. Is everybody okay with my direction?
Yeah.
Anybody want to, yeah? go
They
ahead.
should sit in front of my driveway from 6 o'clock till 7:30 in the morning.
Now, we had talked about that sign or, you know, the radar sign.
Oh, yeah, but
But it's
it's like, $9,000.
Oh,
It's expensive, yeah.
okay, I just thought it might have been like $1,000.
No.
And we could have been moving it around.
But that just makes people want to see how fast they.
Yeah, and see,
Yeah.
before bottoms out, yeah.
You talking from experience?
And also with the speed bumps, I've seen them in places too. All it does is slow them down for that split second. As soon as they get over the
Yeah.
speed bump, they turn it to the floor again.
Yeah.
Make up for it.
It doesn't.
Yeah, to make up those few seconds they lost.
You should just come and sit on my deck and listen when they go past my place. I'd say 65% of the vehicles right to the floor. Then you can hear them going down the Ruby Road.
Okay, well,
What we do, we can't do that.
oh, sorry, Brian.
I agree, Madam Mayor, I think it's not our responsibility. If we do it for one county road, how many other ones are we gonna have to deal with?
We might as well take over looking after them. I agree. So, let's write Mr. Blake, and CC Mr. Perkins. And, just saying that we feel it's not our responsibility, it's a county road. And thank him and tell him to send a letter to the OPP informing them of his complaint. And have a nice day. How's everybody with that? Show of hands, please. Thank you very much. Okay. Did you hear that, Dean, and the direction?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and the other one was there another one?
Yeah, there was just a planning response from Jerry or.
Oh,
It's another one that was on our desk tonight.
oh, tonight, that's
Yeah,
right. I didn't
it's
read it.
another severance, I guess, that they're proposing.
I apologize.
It's on Rikuski Lane.
Here it is.
I think this is part of our new agenda, correct, Sue?
Yeah.
Yeah, their planning response.
Okay.
Did
What,
you
is
see
there
this one?
negativity? Is there
There's a
negativity?
lot written in here, I didn't get a chance to read it all.
Gravel, bedrock.
There's a bunch of stuff that has to be,
I don't.
30-meter water setback.
Who's it for?
Our Orlowski,
George, okay.
Jerza and Anna.
And it's on Rikoski Lane, which is site specific. We've got some zoning there, but it's site specific. Still have a lot of concerns.
That's off of Stevenson's Lake, isn't it? Not there?
Pardon me?
Stevenson's Lake, where Dusty Lane is?
It's off of Guns Road, and you go in there.
Oh, okay, well, Stevenson's Lake's back
So
there.
all the fires were quite a few.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Is this a pre?
Yeah.
Fire truck.
No.
There's no response.
So this is a severance?
But yeah, they sent in, this is the conditions, yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
There's a lot.
So how can we help them? Let me see.
Stanley and I went through there a few years ago, and you couldn't believe it.
What?
The skittle could light a fire in there. Light it, Joe.
Okay, well then they're saying they'd have to do, oh my goodness.
Yeah, they have to do all those conditions before they.
Okay, Dean, do we have any concerns with it?
I'm just looking it over right now myself.
They're on a private road, so we wouldn't have to worry about entrances and all that stuff. So I think it's okay as far as we're concerned, but the county does have a lot of conditions. So they're going to have to come to us to do rezoning and,
Also ask that the private road must meet municipal standards. That's what it says here.
where's that now? Private road must meet.
Page 3.
Yeah, that road's pretty good though, eh? But we don't have ownership of that.
No, we don't. Why would you have to bring it up?
That's an M&R road.
Why would you have to bring that up to provincial standards? Up to
No,
our
our
standards?
standards.
Our standards.
Well, then they're getting rid of their liability as far as emergency vehicles are. Dean, do you know that road? Have you been on that road?
I have.
Rikoski Lane, yep.
Is it adequate for emergency vehicles?
Yeah, but remember in 2019, I guess, when the flood was, you couldn't access it very easily because of the water on Rikoski Lane. Like with an emergency vehicle, that's what I'm just saying.
But we don't have a road agreement with those people in there.
No,
Because-
correct.
Okay, and we zoned it site-specific conditions, so exceptions. And so it's zoned LSR, so limited service, so it is, it's appropriately zoned so that we cover our liability issues on the road. As they're asking that we entertain a road agreement to ensure that there's, and I've never been aware, now, I don't know if they're saying that's a condition of, they don't say that. Well, why don't we let it go, guys, and approve it? And if they come back, then, it's not us that are asking for it, but if they insisted, then unfortunately, the applicant will have to do that. Is everybody okay with that direction? Okay, so we could have a motion then,
I don't know what number it is.
that's what I asked you, if it's,
Sorry. It's just a planning response. They have to meet those conditions. in
Before
order
the
to-
seventh.
Before they get it.
that's what,
Yes.
okay, well, then we don't have to worry about that.
No,
All
but
right.
it's just to make you aware.
Make us aware.
Yes.
Thank you, Dean, on that one. Is there anything else for Dean? Dean, anything else for us?
No, not for me.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice evening. Okay, hi, Chris, I see you on the screen.
Hello,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for fixing our owl for us.
no problem.
Okay, I believe your report is on our desk. Could you go ahead with your report, please?
Absolutely. I'm just, if Sue could get me to screen share.
Okay.
Okay. So item number 1, environmental action tour. Due to lingering COVID restrictions, 3 plans have been developed to ensure the event's success in the current climate. Plan A being to hold the event May 29th as intended. Plan B being to push the event back to June 12th. And Plan C being if Plan A and Plan B don't work, to hold the event virtually and allow individuals to participate at home with the option to have garbage picked up or give out extra tags so that they can drop it off the waste themselves if they wish. And then I'll be launching that on April 22nd, which is Thursday, which is Earth Day. So they kind of go hand in hand, and that's all just because of the things that are going on. Our event's going to be coming up right after the lockdown if we don't get extended, and so I'm preparing ourselves just in case it does get extended for all 3 scenarios. Item number 2, Jumpstart. I've applied for a $2,000 grant from Canadian Tire Jumpstart for 9 disc golf apparatuses and other supplies for the sport. For anyone who doesn't know what disc golf is, it's basically the same as regular golf, all the same parameters, except for you throw a frisbee instead of hitting a ball with a golf club, and you use these apparatuses instead of the holes, which you can see in the picture here. If successful, would create a 5-week program revolving around sport, which we would partner with local community groups to try to take some of the programming away. And if successful, we're participating with Madawaska Valley to offer an active tourism program in the future to promote our area. So what that means is that we don't have a place that's big enough to do 9 holes in one place. So they're going to have to split up. So what we thought would be a cool idea for tourism was to have a 18-hole golf course spread between our municipality and Madawaska Valley. So that's what we're going to work on if it gets approved. Item number 3, lending library. Due to COVID-19, our lending library has been experiencing a record use from the community. People desperately are looking for anything they can do to help improve their well-being and their mental health in these trying times. The response from the community has been one of thankfulness and appreciation for this service, and we would like to further develop this great community asset to better serve those in need. Therefore, I'm requesting $4,000 to be invested in the lending library for new equipment, including but not limited to purchasing a stand-up paddleboard, kayak, hockey helmets, and other much-needed equipment that will be used to help our community get through this pandemic by staying active and healthy. Item number 4, Salvage Kings. Currently, the Hope Farm episode is set to be the 5th episode in the series, premiering on May 17th at 10 p.m. on the History Channel. Due to the late airing, I will be hosting a virtual launch party for council and staff on the 18th. And the time to be determined, I will email council and staff to determine which time is best, if they want to do it in the daytime, or we have a meeting that day, so we could do it before or after. So I'll send out an email and we'll figure out the best time to do that. Item number 5, Earth Day. So as leaders of environmental activism, Kildoo, Hegarty, and Richards cares deeply about the environment. Earth Day is April 22nd, and to show our support for this movement, I would like to register to join Municipalities Mobilizing. Municipalities mobilizing supports environmental action, and what way better to launch our environmental action tour than to announce support for this group. Many things we are already doing, and being a partner requires only a commitment to help the environment, which is perfectly in line with our goals. By signing up, our logo will appear on Earth Day Canada's website, and we will get access to programs and grants to help support our environmental goals. A lot of municipalities in Southern Ontario are already a part of this. It's a really cool group, so I'd like to continue doing the good work for the environment that we're doing and set Killaloe Haggerty Richards up as a leader in this space by joining this organization. Item number 6, the Will No Rink. The Will No Rink has started a bottle drive campaign to help raise money for their arena. They're struggling right now to pay their bills as they've been little or no income from rentals due to COVID-19. And my request to council would be a donation to help them out to weather the storm through this unprecedented time. And then some other updates. BIA meeting, it's going really, really well. There's a lot of excitement going around the municipality. More people are jumping on board. We're meeting every 2 weeks. Right now we're focusing on education. So I made up these brochures that basically explain what a BIA is and what their plans are and everything like that. And then I'm working with a group to try to figure out MTO signage. Is quite an experience trying to figure all that out, but we're getting there. And we've scouted a bunch of locations that we would like to put signs as part of their first project for the BIA. And that would be location signs to basically show people that Killaloe has a lot to offer right off the highway. Irish Gathering meeting virtually April 22nd. So that's on, April 21st.
I have 21st.
21st, sorry. I typed an error there.
Okay.
My apologies.
Is April
That's
21st? Sorry,
yes.
Chris.
Oh, no worries. Newsletter. Sorry.
That's okay. Are we doing it virtually? Or
Yes, virtually.
So Brian, I thought we were coming in, no?
I thought we were.
I thought we were coming in.
You guys can come in, but the rest of the group will have to do it virtually.
Okay, so Brian and I will come in, and Chris, you're gonna be in?
Yeah, I'll be in.
Okay, and somebody to run the Zoom then?
Yeah, I'll get us all set up.
Okay, so that's tomorrow night at 7.
Yes.
Okay, Brian, you're okay with that?
Yep.
Okay, thank you, go ahead.
The newsletter deadline has been extended till tomorrow. With the everything going on right now, a lot of the groups have asked for an extension. They're scrambling to try to figure out what they're going to do and change up their programming. So we've allowed that just to kind of give them a little more time to put some programming in. Instagram is up. You'll see it's different than the one I put in your package, because when I looked at it after, I didn't like the look of the way it looked with Killaloe _Haggerty _Richards. So I changed it to KHR Township. It looks a lot smoother in on the Instagram. And so we've got one post up right now, and I'm going to be working throughout the week to get more posts. A lot of my work has been figuring out groups that we want to follow and support and trying to get that going. And then the photos, I'll be posting them in the next couple of days as we go along to get more content. And then I'll be making an announcement formally so that everybody can sign up and check out our new Instagram. Drone, we got the insurance quote back. It's a lot less than what we had originally been quoted. We got $800, which was a lot better than $3,000. And I'm signed up for training, and we'll be working on that periodically when I have the time. And then finally, rural recreations. We're working on, we have a meeting on Thursday again. This is for your reminder, it's all the groups, the rural municipalities in Renfrew County, to try to help programming and economic development. So we're working on a program right now. It's called Rural Rewards. And what that is basically, all the municipalities will split a prize every month. And you'll go to all the businesses that are participating and get a signature on a card. And when you get 10 signatures, you hand it into your local municipality and you get put in a draw. So it's just a way to encourage people to shop local, but also shop in rural areas. And then we're working on trying to figure out some programming kind of up in the air right now with everything going on, but we are working on the future development of programs and stuff that we can share. So that is my report.
Thank you very much, Chris. We'll go item number, by each item.
Okay.
Item number 1 is the environmental action tour. I'm wondering, John, are you going to be able to join me again?
Yes.
Okay, so John and I don't know if anybody else wants to go, but John and I will be available for that day. Hopefully we can continue to have it on the day because of COVID. But if anybody else from council wants to join us, I mean, I'm sure Chris can find a spot for all of us. So Carl,
I'd like to get a partner to come with me and do the Ruby Road.
you want a partner to go and do the Ruby Road?
Yes.
Ted,
Tom's unavailable.
Ted said he's gonna help. So Carl and Ted would like to do Ruby Road.
Okay.
Okay, good.
We
Is
get all the
Plan on
beer
coming,
cans.
but I just,
Okay.
I won't have like a four-wheeler or anything like.
No, well,
the walk.
John and I
Yeah.
think John and I will, well, I guess we'll have to take our own vehicles because we don't have the screens, but we do
Yeah.
follow people and stop and thank them for taking part and, you know, just to show them our support, council support for a wonderful, wonderful tour. Any questions from council on the tour? So John, myself, Debbie, Ted, and Carl are going to be available, okay?
Okay.
Item number 2, I think this is the only golf that I could probably play.
29.
Hey, Debbie?
Yeah, me too.
Debbie and I are big non-golf
Anti-golfers.
players, anti-golf. So, any questions on the golf jumpstart? Okay, item number 3 is the lending library. So council, I'm asking council for consideration of $4,000. Brian and I sit on the library and they were telling us that some of the items have, they need to renew. And there's a couple of new items that they wanted to add. The lending library is very, very active. It's used a lot. And we want to, because of COVID, I'm assuming you're voting for it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to continue to keep it up to date and provide them with more stuff so that the people can use it. So my request is for $4,000. Do I need a motion? Okay, does somebody want to move in second that? Brian, I guess you have to write it.
Yeah, I can write it.
Can you write it and maybe Brian is willing to sign it? I can second it. While you're doing that, we can move on then. Item number 4, of course, council, we're really lucky. Through Chris's efforts, we were able to have Salvage Kings into Killaloe. They are going to be airing the show about Killaloe in Hope Park on May the 17th at 10 o'clock at night. So I hope that we can all, but Chris is going to tape it so that we could all, and maybe we could come in a half an hour early and
We already are half an hour early,
pardon me?
because there's a.
Oh,
public
we're already
meeting
half an
at
hour early
Show's
already,
an hour long.
and it's an hour long.
I just watched it before it started the new season.
Okay, well then, Chris, we're gonna have to plan another day that council could, because of some of us can't watch it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, videotape it and then we'll find a date that we can all get together and review it, okay?
Sounds good.
You got the motion ready? No, okay, sorry, that's
No,
okay.
I have to.
Any questions on Earth Day? Comments, questions? Okay, item number 6 is the.
Oh, sorry. I'm okay then to join that, put our name on that, on the Earth Day website and be a municipal,
Okay, show of hands, guys. Yeah, they're all saying yes, Chris.
Okay.
Okay, and then the Will No Rink, I'm asking council if you'd consider giving them $1,000. And I have told Chris to tell them that they need to send a letter in every year for a request at budget time. But, so council, any comments or questions on my request for $1,000? Yes,
Yeah, have we given them any money otherwise this
Yes.
year?
not this year, no.
Last year.
Last year.
Because if we're giving it to them on the sole thing of COVID, we have a lot of places in our township
No.
that will be asking for money to them, I believe.
I'm not recommending we give them $1,000 because of COVID. I'm recommending we give them $1,000 because Round Lake gets 15,000, Killaloo gets 15,000, and it's a meager amount to get to that section. Yes.
So, and I actually, Brian was ahead of me.
Oh, Brian, sorry?
So we normally do give a donation to the Willow Rink, right?
That's right.
Every year, and
That's
have we
right.
this year, did we budget any this year?
No.
But as, you know, I remember, and I can go way back, you know, since I've sitting here, I remember we used to give to all three rinks. And what we used to do, Round Lake was always run by volunteers. And, you know, we maintained that facility. Killaloo, before, we used to have a caretaker. And then Wilno, we used to always give them money. But they used to send us a letter every year. But then I guess new board and stuff like that. And they actually ran with user fees. And they were doing really well with user fees. And then now they've come back. So, yeah. So
I would say, I suggest that it's based on every year what we give, nothing to do with COVID, because Teddy's right, we may get other requests about that. I wouldn't give it on that basis. I'm asking that you give it because we do give to the other areas, so. And
But
it's,
we have a lot of children from
oh,
this
absolutely.
municipality use that rink as well, so
About 80%, I think, Connie said.
it's only fair that we got some support there, I think.
Is there any other comments or questions? Sorry, Carl, go ahead.
What gets me is it's in Madawaska Township, and they don't donate one penny. So I'm in favor of giving them $1,000.
Oh, good, thank you.
I hope someone votes that too.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it is our taxpayers, and so it happens that our taxpayers are running it. And so it isn't in our township, that's right, but we contribute 15,000 to the running of Killaloo Rink and 15,000 to the running of Round Lake, so. Okay, so any other questions on the issue of asking for $1,000 to go to the Wilno Rink? All those in favor?
Madam Mayor, there's
Yeah.
a motion.
Oh, you have a motion.
I did write it.
Okay, thank you.
I figured since it wasn't on the budget. we did it.
Go ahead, Sue.
You want me to do the 4,000 one first?
Yes, please.
Okay. Moved by Brian Kowski, seconded by Janice TJ, motion to donate 4,000 to the lending library for new equipment.
Comments? All those in favor? Okay, thank you. Carrie, quite the next one.
Moved by Debbie Kapinski, seconded by Carl Keel, motion to donate 1,000 to the Willow Rink.
Comments? All those in favor? Carried, thank you. All right, and then item 7, BIA, Irish Gathering, Brian and I will be in tomorrow. Newsletter, Instagram, the drone. Chris has the drone, and he said it's really looks exciting, and we're going to get a lot of use out of it. And of course, the quote came in at $800, not $3,000. So
Well,
yes.
Chris, do you got a parachute with that?
It's got a self-eject button.
Okay, and then rural recreation. On his report as a whole. Okay, thank you very much, Chris. Good night.
Good night.
All right, Sue.
So the first item was, you got the municipal report on the OPP board. So I'm looking for a motion to appoint somebody to the OPP detachment. We had a really good meeting. All municipalities are in favor. Seems like,
Yeah, there you go. It is the thing to do. Okay, so, council, I'll get Sue to read the motion.
moved by Debbie Quincy, seconded by John Jeffrey, whereas municipalities and First Nation communities receiving direct and/or supplemental service from the OPP detachment are being asked to submit one proposal per detachment indicating the composition of their board and, if needed, a rationale for multiple boards and the composition of each additional board. And whereas municipalities and First Nations within a detachment are asked to work together to determine the composition of their board, as well as a manner in which they will submit their proposal to the ministry. Now, therefore, it be resolved, Council for the Corporation of the Township of Kildow, Hagerty, and Richard hereby supports a detachment board composition of 11, with 1 representative from each municipality, 1 from Pickwacknagan, 1 provincial appointee from within the area of South Algonquin, Madawaska Valley, Rudnell, Lindau, Raglan, and Pickwacknagan, 1 provincial appointee from within the area of Kildow, Hagerty, and Richards, North Dakota, Wilberforce, and Bossier Valley, and 2 community appointments, 1 from each of the areas similar to the provincial appointees. And further, that council appoints Janice TJ as the representative for the council for the Township of Kildow, Hagerty, and Richards. And further, that a copy of this resolution be forwarded to the CPAC Secretary and Deputy CO Court Treasurer Tammy Boudreau at Kildow, Hagerty, and Richards Township.
Discussion. All those in favor? Thank you, council.
Okay.
Okay.
Just that in everybody's package, I had put, that was yesterday about the,
What is it? Is it on the desk tonight?
Yeah, well, I gave you yesterday the expenses and revenues for the Blanchard River.
Oh, yes.
And today I got an email from the Golden Lake property owners, they're promising $3,000.
Oh, good, very helpful.
Also, North of Bone said they were taking this to their council.
Good.
And as well as Blanchard Valley.
Good. Okay,
Hopefully we'll get something from there.
good.
And just a little summary on the CAO meeting that we had on Monday. David Tentlow from the Berkeley County District Health Unit was there. He was waiting for the regulations to be downloaded so he could go through them. Basically, things that were closed, like golf courses. The benches were okay. We had to take the picnic tables out. Municipal courts were closed. Playgrounds you could go in now. Yeah, no, actually you can go in now. They withdrew on that.
Withdrew, okay.
Yeah. Boat launches can remain open with specific direction to close if it's received, and plus they have to social distance and all that. So it's extended from May 6th to May the 20th. And the work from home guidelines, each municipality, because we're a government services, it's up to the employee or the employer, whether they would like to work from home or work from the office. Now, each of the staff is making their own decision, because Debbie has to, because she has no computer or no Wi-Fi. She's in her own office, the public is not coming in. I'm in my own office, Tammy's in her own office. So Chris and Dale and Kim and Tyler are all taking turns. If they desperately have to come in to do something, they'll come in. Otherwise, they're at home. Most of the waste sites are all as open as normal. We're still going to be taking cash. We haven't had any complaints with anybody coming to the door. We've just said make other arrangements online, e-transfer, put it in the box, mail us it, with mail back to you. So we've had no complaints. So, yeah. And that's it for me.
Okay, any questions of Sue on her report? All right, let's move on then. Personnel committee, we've got minutes.
Moved by Debbie Kupinski, seconded by Ted Brown, motion to approve the minutes of the personnel committee meeting held on March 9th, 2021, and April 13th, 2021, open and closed session.
Discussion? Yes, no. Oh, all those in favor? It's carried, thank you.
So just to let everybody know that we did hold virtual interviews for the summer students. So I do have a motion. The committee has recommended. So we have for the roads, parks and waste, we have 2 students, the water safety swim instructor, the assistant for the water safety program, the visitors information center, as well as the community development. So we have all those students that the personnel committee is recommending, so.
Okay. All right, council motion on the floor.
Moved by Debbie Kuplinski, second by Ted Brown. Motion to hire the following summer students pending successful reference checks. Roads, Parks and Ways, Nathan Mass and Brett Summers. Water Safety Swim Instructor, Natalie Seabay. Water Safety Swim Instructor Assistant, Dana Mass. Visitor Information Center, Anika Reams Gavin. And Community Development Assistant, Ruby McMillan.
Discussion? All those in favor? Carried?
That's it.
All right. We'll do the minutes for the finance and maybe Debbie, I'll get you to do your report in unfinished business.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Minutes for finance, March 2nd, open and close.
Moved by Debbie Kuplinski, seconded by Ted Brown. Motion to approve the minutes of the Finance Committee meeting held on March 2nd, 2021, open and closed session.
All those in favor? Guys, thank you, Carrie. All right, the ward review committee meeting minutes.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know if they're in. I remember those.
No, she needs a motion.
Oh, sorry.
I don't remember that one in here, but I could be wrong.
Brian, did you sign a motion for
No,
that?
there was none.
There was none, okay.
That's-
I know.
I can do it up quick. Just give me a sec.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. We have some time. Chris, are you still on?
I don't think so. I think he-
Okay.
I think Dean's still on though.
Yeah. I guess I'm glad Dean stayed on because we want to talk about the county bridge. They probably want us to look after that too.
Yeah, I read that response, it's a crock.
Better watch myself and I'll get into trouble.
You're always in trouble.
We're on here. Guys, we're doing pretty good. Remember, we used to sit here till 11 o'clock.
Well,
1 o'clock.
There's a couple of times I had to take off, I can't do this.
I remember the meetings lasting 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, okay, where you go?
Moved by Brian Pekoski, second by Debbie Kuplinski. Motion to approve minutes of ward committee meeting dated March 22nd, 2021.
All those in favor? It's carried, thank you. All right, let's go to bylaws. I have a motion for a bylaw to replace bylaw 2002, regulate and license special events. So we amended that.
Yes, and I put a clean copy on everybody's desk today with all of Sheldon's
Recommendations.
recommendations.
So it's ready to go?
It's ready to go, yeah.
Okay. Do we have a mover for that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have it.
Moved by John Jeffrey, second by Brian Pekoski. Motion for first and second reading of for bylaw 13/2021, being a bylaw to repeal and replace bylaw 19/2002 to regulate and license special events.
All those in favor? Carried. Oh, I should have asked, does anybody have any questions? Okay, all right. Then we're gonna go on to correspondence. So the first,
First and second.
oh,
It's a bylaw. I was waiting at that last meeting. Did I miss something?
okay, first reading, council short. Okay, where you go?
Bylaw 13/2021.
All right, all right. Second reading, short council,
Please.
Bylaw 13/2021.
motion for third.
Moved by John Jeffrey, seconded by Debbie Kuplinski. Motion for third reading of bylaw 13/2021.
All those in favor? Carried. Short?
Please.
Bylaw 13/2021.
Correspondence. The first one we did, the second one we did. I'm gonna go really quickly through. If you have a concern or something you'd like to address in the correspondence, ask me to stop. Otherwise, I'm gonna go right through, guys. The next one is the human resources. Council, about the new manager. I did call Greg and I invited him to attend and meet with us. He said they're in the process of hiring someone that's gonna be looking after the local municipalities, and at that time, he will notify us, and then they would come and meet with council, okay? Public Works, I called the county, and talked about Cole Street Bridge, council had asked me to do, and you see the response there. Next is the reply, oh, sorry,
So, construction results. Should that not have been corrected when they were doing the construction?
yeah, I'm not an engineer, but
If you were building me a house and you put the roof 2 feet lower than I wanted, I would expect it to be fixed before I get.
you moved in.
And it states here that the bridge should not be constructed to the design elevation.
So should they not be going after
The designer,
No,
the designer.
the company.
the contractor
The
that?
contractor, yeah. Do you want to reply back, or?
Well,
Well,
Dean's on here too.
Yeah, I know Dean stayed on.
I think we should put something back because
Yeah.
to me, that's not an answer. That's just saying we screwed up, so we'll leave it the way it is. Somebody's got to be responsible.
Answerable for it. Okay, so council, do you all agree with Teddy's suggestion that we write another letter saying, okay, you told us the problem, now we want to know how you're gonna fix it? Would that be okay, that kind of direction? Okay, good, all right.
I don't think it was because they were rushed.
That's for sure.
We did the speeding on Queen Street. We're in compliance for 2021 as far as the emergency management. Anything on that? There is a request to advertise in the annual tour guide. What's council's wishes?
Yeah, we usually do.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we need a motion, I'm assuming. No, direction? Okay, show of hands that we do
Yeah,
that?
'cause it's in the advertising budget.
Okay. Carried. The Ottawa Valley Business Letter,
This was the,
yeah.
code of conduct.
and you're looking at that again. Honestly, if there is ever a government in Toronto that doesn't look at the code of conduct, and the only people that they appear to look at are municipal leaders, they seem to forget themselves. MPPs and MPs seem to be exempt. County of Renfrew, the Rekusky, we did that. Valley Manor redevelopment campaign.
Good news, eh? $1 million.
Ottawa Valley business. Anything else, Sue? All right. Is there any unfinished business? Okay, new business. I'm going to ask the chair of the finance committee to go through. Before Debbie gives the report, I just want to tell the public that council and staff have worked really hard this year to prepare the budget. And there's a lot of give and take, and we still need to provide the services. We are going through COVID, and lots of different things are happening in that regard. But anyways, I do want to thank council for your support. I want to thank the chair for all her hard work and getting this ready, and of course the CAO, to you and your staff and all the department heads for contributing to make a really good budget that we're all very proud of. So I'm going to pass it over to the chair. Thank you, Deb.
Okay, thank you, Madam Mayor. So just some highlights. From the reserve for working funds to offset the budget shortfall, there was 467,000, and I'm just gonna round the numbers off. The road reserve, 119,000. In 2021, the estimated projects we had for roads is 523,000. Now, the balance in the reserve for working funds after the above noted transfer is 1.589 million and 391,000 in the road reserve fund. In addition, the township holds 399,000 in hydro reserves and 47,000 in sewage reserves, as well as a small reserve fund of $8,300 from the sale of shoreline road allowances. There's also a reserve fund set up for the waste site tags and tipping fees that we sell during the year. We average about 16,000 per year in revenue from these sales, and the balance at the end of 2020 December was 172,000. This fund was set up for use for capital purchases relating to waste management, such as replacement of the truck for recycling and garbage pickup. Council feels that it is very important to retain a good reserve balance as it acts as a cushion in times of emergency, and it enables the township to participate in funding options that may be presented from time to time by other levels of government. For example, when program funding announcements are made, they are rarely without a requirement for a commitment of municipal funds to cover a share of the cost. When we retain a healthy reserve balance, we are assured that the municipality can participate in these opportunities without relying on borrowing or increasing the tax rates to cover the municipal portion. The gas tax is a separate fund as required by the gas tax agreement. Due to the restrictions under COVID-19 in 2020, all road projects were postponed. Currently, there's 152,000 in our gas tax account, along with the 2021 allocation of 150,000, which will be utilized to offset the cost of the proposed road projects in the amount of 523,000. The balance of 119,000 will be taken from the road reserves. So underneath each of the departments under legislative, the estimate for 2021, there's a 164,000. It's a decrease of about $10,000 over the 2020 actual expenditures. Administration, we've combined all the budgets for 2020 to reflect overall administrative costs more accurately. The 2020 actuals to the 2021 estimate reflects an approximately increase of 6%. Due to the increase of insurance and payroll burden. The administrative building, the estimate is 55,000 compared to the actuals of 2020, which was 41,000, and this reflects some renovations to the front of the entrance of the municipal building and an increase in insurance. The fire department, the estimate has increased over the 2020 actual values in the amount of 58,000 to cover increases in repairs and maintenance to the trucks of 15,000 and $40,000 in radio communications, along with insurance costs increasing. For policing, the estimated for annual requisition for policing has decreased by about 10,000. For roads, again, as mentioned, 523,000. These projects are Mask Road, 36,000, Sunrise Road, 75,000, Church Street, 300,000, Turner's Road, 72,000, and Albert Street, 40,000. The building department includes building, sewage inspection, bylaw, health and safety. Slight increase over 2020 to cover the payroll burden. The municipality created a new position in the building department to assist the CDO with the increased workloads and regulations under the Building Code Act. The municipality also will have to complete a comprehensive zoning bylaw within 3 years of the official plan amendment being passed at the County of Renfrew. This is going to be a huge project for council and the building department. The council intends to put money aside into reserves for this purpose at year end. Waste management, an increase of 51,000 over 2020 to cover the cost of increase in engineering for the landfills, which includes the expansion of Red Rock site. The Molochs at the waste site have been very successful, keeping organic material out of the landfill, and we've increased the budget for about $3,000 to reflect the cost of repairs. Water and sewage treatment plant increased costs of approximately 6% to cover estimated capital work at both plants and increased costs for inflation and expenditures to operate the plants by Aqua. Medical center, the budget increase of about 14,000, $1,400, my apologies, to cover a slight increase in insurance costs. The community development officer's budget, a lot due to COVID, a lot of the events were canceled. So they're now happening this year virtually, and we now have a full year's community development officer as well as a student. And the fireworks for Canada Day is going to have 2 displays offset to be set up from both the KPS and Cheryl Boyle Park. In conclusion, council, after much deliberation, reviewed all draft budgets presented by each department head and has approved a 0% tax rate increase for 2021. Due to COVID restrictions and regulations imposed by the federal and provincial governments under the direction of council, the Emergency Operations Control Group met on a weekly basis to ensure that the municipality continues to provide services to the taxpayers safely, all while keeping staff safe as well. Council continues to be diligent in their commitment to provide municipal services to our ratepayers while retaining a healthy and financially feasible reserve and reserve fund balance. Good sound financial decisions have made it possible for the township to continue to have this option for 2021. And I can say on my behalf as chair, I want to thank everybody for their support, especially the staff, all the department heads and council. Whenever we met, we met during the day and we all made time to go through the budget line by line. We had good questions and comments for all the department heads, and they all had great answers to come back with. So I'm very proud to say that we're coming in with a 0% for this year. For a crazy year. So anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, so to the public, we are coming in at a 0% increase for our budget. Council worked really, really hard to try to keep those numbers down. And again, to all the staff, the department heads came in, they were very cooperative. They knew council's intent was to come in at 0. So council, do you have any further comments on to what Councillor Poplinski said? Okay, thank you very much, Debbie.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
All right, is there any other new business? All right, then I'd entertain a motion for confirming bylaw, please.
Moved by Ted Brown, seconded by Debbie Kuplinski. Motion for first and second reading of bylaw 15/2021, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council at its special meeting held on April 20, 2021.
All those in favor? Carried. First reading short, council,
Please.
Bylaw 15/2021.
discussion. Second reading, council short,
Bylaw 15/2021.
any comments? Okay, motion for third, please.
Moved by John Jeffrey, seconded by Ted Brown. Motion for third reading of bylaw 15/2021.
All those in favor? Carried. Okay. Read it short.
Bylaw 15/2021.
Okay, thank you. All right, so council, again, thank you very much. To the public, thank you for joining us. Our next meeting is going to be in May on the 18th, another special meeting. We welcome you to join us, and having said that, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved by Debbie Kuplinski, seconded by Ted Brown. Motion to adjourn special meeting held on April 20, 2021 in Township Agreement.
All those in favor? Thank